True to you is not about being perfect. It's about being authentic. It's about being okay with the good, bad, and ugly. To accept those things about ourselves that we can't change, and those things that need to be changed, we put on our big girl panties and do the work. Be true to you is about being real with God, being real with self, so we can be true to you. Be true to you is not about competing with one another. We're about complimenting one another. Hey, what's up, world? It's me, your girl, Angela. Welcome to the BTrue2U Talk Show. You know what we do. Go ahead and share. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. Make sure you invite your mama, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, and your brother, because you do not want to miss this his segment. And before I go on any further, let me just bring on my guest, Miss Coretta Smith-Morgan. Clap your hands up for Coretta! Hey, Angela, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good. Before we get into the, do me a favor, look into the camera and introduce yourself to the people. Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. My name is Coretta Smith-Morgan. I'm a 7-year stroke survivor. My life changed the year of 2017 on October the 31st, Halloween night at midnight.
Just tell them a little bit more about yourself.
Okay.
You was a stylist.
I was a hairstylist, worked all day, came home that night after leaving a friend's house, and walked in the house and just collapsed out of nowhere. Didn't know why. Ended up finding out I was having a stroke.
And so?
I talked through the whole stroke. God was with me. I talked through the whole stroke. You know, I live right around the corner for the fire station, so they was able to get to me in time. I get to the hospital, go to the CT scan, still alert, had to go into emergency operation on my brain for a clot that was there. I had 2 clots. One went to my lungs, one went to my brain, but the doctor said he had to go after the one that saved my life, which was my brain. I was alert the whole 4 hours. I had a 4-hour brain surgery to lance the clot to save my life. I was alert the whole time, asking the doctor, what you doing to me? And I hear everything him explaining to me. I'm going to go through your groin and break up this clot to save you. I said, is it going to hurt? He said, you may feel a pinch if you feel anything. I said, okay. And then the nurses went to put me under. He said, no, I'm not going to put her under because I like the state that she in. Y'all, I was just praising and praying. He had asked me, okay, well, ma'am, calm down. I need you to calm down so I can go with the procedure. I said, okay. I said, is it going to hurt? He said, you may feel a pinch if you feel anything. I was able to count 5 pinches while he was in my brain for those 4 hours. Dang. And it came out talking ICU, telling everybody the story, what happened to me that surrounded my bedside. And he told me if he would have stayed in my brain any longer, I would have passed. I would have died. But I'm here to tell the story. I'm a miracle, walking, talking miracle. I never stopped talking, never lost my memory till today. I remember everything verbatim. Bank accounts, card numbers, everything. I was able to tell my family everything they needed to know. I never went unconscious. God is good. He's been good to me.
Wow. So you, hairstylist, right?
Yes.
How long were you a stylist?
Over 30 plus years.
And you worked all that day?
All that day.
And you didn't have any sign? You wasn't sick? You didn't have a headache?
Nothing.
You didn't have fatigue or anything like that?
Nothing.
And so the stroke literally came out of nowhere?
Nowhere.
High blood pressure?
No high blood pressure. No high cholesterol. None of that.
And so that's how we sometimes, let me ask this first. Did you go to the doctor on a regular?
Yes, I did.
And so you did all the things. You went to the doctor on a regular. You wasn't a smoker.
No smoker, no drinker.
And it just happened.
Actually, I was doing boot camp training.
So you
I was
fit.
working out. I was fit, drinking water, like the 32-ounce jugs every day, drinking water every day, thinking, I'm just happy-go-lucky, healthy, going to the doctor, keeping up with blood work, everything. Nothing ever came back, no signs of nothing. So when I was after the surgery in the hospital, the doctors asked to see everything I was taking, all the medications that I was taking. I was taking a lot of like supplements, healthy supplements for my body, but I was still on contraceptives because I wasn't having no more babies at 45. Mm-hmm. So he said that was the only thing could have contributed to the clots. It clotted my blood, the contraceptives. So if you have any younger ladies, please, after 35, stop taking them. You shouldn't take them past 35, but I did because he said I can take them to get through my hormone stage of going through the menopause. But I was like, okay, listening to the doctor, believing him, Like, okay, but it's so funny. My mama said me, baby, a couple months before that, she said, Red, you don't have no cycle no more? I said, no, honey, the doctor got me on these pills. I love them because you don't really have one. I rarely spite. That's all I would do, mm-hmm. No cycle,
no
really.
Majors, just
no majors, just a spotting, just to be on the pills.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, oh, that's what I was fine. Girl, you're supposed to bleed out. That's cleansing you. I said, Mom, child, nobody got time for that. So that's what happened. So I was like, okay, so when the doctor figured out of everything I was taking, he contributed to that. He said, this is the only thing could have clotted your blood. So I had platelets and stuff, thick platelets. So no idea I had one went to my lungs, one went from my leg to my brain, and one went to the lungs. I had a pulmonary embolism, but that one shrunk by the time I left rehab. So but I was in ICU for 31 days. I lost 30 pounds. Went to rehab for 25 days, and then from there home. I went home right before Christmas that year.
What's amazing is that who would have thought, I didn't know this, that birth control could cause blood clots.
Yes.
And so I think there's a lot of information that we don't have, right. Especially we as women of color. They just don't tell us things. They just right. think that we can handle pretty much anything. And so knowing that you was doing everything you possibly could to take care of yourself, you're healthy, you're working out, you're yes. not doing drugs, you're not smoking, you're not drinking, so you're feeling you're healthy. Right. And so you're saying you had absolutely no signs.
No signs.
So you can't tell us what would you think besides, y'all, be mindful about those birth controls, okay?
Right.
And so knowing that you did everything you possibly could, you was taking supplements, you exercising, you doing all the things, and then this happened to you. You feel that the only reason why you're still here is because of God.
That's the only reason I'm here. I know it's because of him, because who talks through a brain surgery 4 hours and then come out still alert, no memory loss, and still able to tell the story of how good he has been to you, you know. So, well, nobody but God.
Mm-hmm. And then your whole life shift, right?
Whole
God
life
kept you through the surgery. God kept you because you could have lost your life.
Right.
But God kept you. But you do have some side effects, some effects from the surgery. Yes. And so your whole life changed.
Yes.
So now you're a stylist, you're a business owner. And now how do you deal with every day?
The stroke left me with left side deficit. So, of course, I can't use my left hand anymore till today. But it's the support system. My family was a great support system. My husband, my daughters, my mom, everybody that was connected to me was there for me. I had a great support system. That's what counts. That's what helped get you through.
I tell
those ones when you want to give up, they be like, nah, we ain't doing that, you know. They always encourage you, pushing you. No, that ain't you, but yeah, it was my family.
Yeah, because everybody needs somebody.
Yes.
But even in that, Coretta, you didn't have the woe it's me spirit. You don't look at yourself as a victim.
No, I used to say, why me? But then, as the word said, why not me? I know God it's a purpose for it. Mm-hmm. And I know God allowed it to happen to pursue the purpose that he has on my life. Mm-hmm. Through this stroke, I become an advocate for stroke survivors now. So I know that's my purpose. That's why he put it in me, to go out to help, to inspire, encourage, and uplift other stroke survivors that feel that like there's no life after stroke, because there's still life after stroke. You can still do your normal stuff. I drive. It took me 3 years to get back behind the wheel, driving, taking myself everywhere I want to go. I need to go. I dress myself for the most part. And it's just still life after stroke. You don't have to give up. I keep myself apart. You still get your hair done, still look apart. You don't have to just give up on everything. Still push through. I exercise 5 days a week. I walk 4 to 5 miles a day, at least 4. I do 10,000 steps at the park. Before I leave the park, I'm walking 10,000 steps every day, 5 days a week, and getting in those 3 to 4 hours, 3 to 4 miles, every day, 5 days a week. The weekends, that's my time. I take off. Unless it's another activity come out, I will partake in some other things. But other than that, that's how I'm dealing with it. But I keep pushing, and ain't nobody but God got me doing it. Because I still have left side deficit on my left side with my leg, my arm, my hand. I can't extend my arm all the way up. And I still have a limp when I walk. But you know what? I don't let that stop me. And I'm not ashamed of how I am now, because this is what God has allowed to happen to me. I know it was to me, because the enemy can't bother you unless the Lord give him permission. And I know but I know it's for my purpose to give back to other stroke survivors. I started a stroke foundation that has been approved by the state.
Well, congratulations.
So that's what because I really want to give back to those that will go through are going through what I'm still going through, just to be that counterpart for them, to help them, push them through the same thing.
What I like about it, y'all heard what she said. She work out 5 days a week. 5 days a week. Some of us don't have any physical handicap, but at the same time, we have so many excuses to get up and take care of our body. It is very important to get up and take care of your body. It is very important. A body in motion stays in motion. And so you may feel like you're doing good laying around watching TV. You may feel like, well, I'm not heavy set. I'm not overweight. I don't need to get out and exercise. I don't need to get out and walk. It is so important for your mental state as well as your physical being to get up and walk. And if she can get up and walk 5 days a week, 3 to 5 miles, come on, y'all. We got to do better. And I love that about you, too, because I've been on a kick as far as getting myself together. And I find exercising makes me happy. It brings me joy.
It does.
Especially when I get out and walk.
Yeah,
right.
It clears your mind, and, it's really healthy for you. Actually, we was talking, I was today at breakfast with some young ladies, and she just told me that she read that walking is actually a good thing to give you longer life. To help you live longer.
Yeah, it helps you walk every day. It combats against heart attacks as well as strokes. And so not only that, I state again, body in motion stays in motion. If you don't use your body, eventually you will lose the momentum of your body. So we must take this thing and realize how important it is to get up and move. You don't have any excuses. You don't let anything stop you from doing what God has called you to do. Do you feel like you walk by yourself?
Yes, most time. But I've met park family, as we call each other, the people we've met over the years just from walking. Introduce. I ask everybody, "What's your name?" and remember their name, so when I see them, I can say, "Hi, so and so." But that's every day. But yeah.
So, what would you tell someone who have found themselves in a stroke? Not only did you have a stroke, you lost use of part of your body.
Yes.
You lost your career. Some people feel like, if I can't do hair.
Right.
Did you ever go through that, if I can't do hair?
Yeah, I did. But when I went through that stage, my daughter was my assistant before I had the stroke, which she was a great caretaker. She's awesome. Besides, my mom, my husband, everybody. But when I say her, but she was my assistant, so I passed the baton to her, and we was in rehab, and I was like, my clients was calling, well, where can we go? And it was so sad at the time. I just didn't have nobody I could entrust that of my caliber to say, oh, go over here to this person. I didn't know where to send them, but I know I hadn't trained her. So I told her, well, baby, you know what? Since you licensed now, you can take on my clients. If they willing to come to you, do that. You make that money. I can't make it. I can't do nothing. So if they willing to come to you, and when they come, I'll be in the salon to help coach you through however I did their hair if you get stuck. I'll be able to walk you through, so they're satisfied.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was good that you had somebody that's passed the baton too. Some of us don't have that.
So that's my legacy, and she loves it, and she still has some to today.
Okay.
And still come her over these 7 years, which I'm blessed for that. But for her, and I'm happy for her. But yeah, but healing is a mindset. You got to want it. You got to tell yourself. I tell myself every day, rather nobody ain't gonna show up for you but you. So it's a mindset. You got to have the mindset to want it. You got to want it. You got to have that drive and that momentum to say, I'm going to do this and want to live to your full potential like you was before, how God created you. And I know he can bring it back because he created me that way, so he can bring it back to me.
So you always been a fighter?
Yes, I have.
So you know how important it is to get up and fight for yourself.
Yes.
You don't rely.
I've always been independent. Don't try to depend on nobody to do nothing for me. Even with this joke, I fell out the bed. Let me tell you, in rehab. There's my husband sitting over here in the little recliner. My daughter, because they had a little let-out bed, they was able to stay with me around the clock. In the hospital, ICU, what ICU let you bring a blow-up mattress for your family
Not
to
the
live with you?
blow-up.
Yes, Florida Medical. They let them bring a blow-up mattress to sit and lay in there every night. I was never left alone out of them 2 months.
I think that's important.
Yeah. And so I'm going, me, I'm thinking I can do it. No, I ain't got no real feeling on this left side. So I'm going to try to do what they done showed me in the therapy. Oh, I got to use the restroom, so I'm going to try to get out the bed. Fell out the bed, then fell on my shoulder, but I didn't get hurt. So that was a good thing. And all they looked around and like, whoop. I'm down on the floor. But that's because of me being fast, trying to do it myself instead of telling them, help me.
Hold on. We'll be right back. You guys, we will be right back because we have to do what? Pay bills. So stay tuned.
Thank you so much for inviting me out, girl. I've been so stressed.
Girl, you're so welcome. But listen, who did your hair?
Oh, all dolled up.
What is that?
All Dolled Up is a series of stores and salons all throughout South Florida. I get my hair silked out every month. I can do that because I'm part of the Texture Club.
Girl, well, I need to get to All Dolled Up and sign up for this texture club. You look amazing.
And cheers to that.
Okay, you guys, we are back. Coretta don't fell out the bed. Boom. Don't fell on the bed, trying to be grown, want to be independent. That's got to be a struggle, right?
Yeah, it is.
When you was a person that depended on yourself, that you was a get up and do it.
I was that go-getter, carried a whole lot,
Let's talk about that. Do you feel like sometimes you carry too much?
Yeah, still today. Because, at the time when I was doing hair, I was a six-figure earner. So, that was like that income that just left out the house, So at least my husband, he's a great provider. But having missed a beat in 7 years, God is good. He's been sustaining me for 7 years. But I know ain't nobody but God. He was with me.
Yeah.
I've been faithful unto him all my life.
So do you feel like at one point were you ever feeling like I've lost control?
Oh, yeah. Not really, because I'm going to do whatever I got to do to the best. Thank God I was always right hand, right dominant. So, I was always able to use this side, to compensate this side. But still, I didn't actually think it was going to take as long as some people say, it's going maybe a couple of years or so with therapy. I went to therapy, but they did what they did. But I won't say they did enough, but.
Not saying what men say, but I know you trust in God. But at the same time, are they saying that there'll be a time when you may be able to use your left side again?
Yes. Actually, I saw a guy came in and assisted me for an arm brace. But he did say, and I asked him, he said, oh yeah, you still have, it's still it's still hope, because he said up in here in my shoulder it's not locked, it is movable. So he said there is hope.
Okay, well at least that's hope, and plus we know God can do all things.
All things.
You cooking now and doing all
Yes,
those
I
things?
cook.
You clean up too?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It can be a little exhausting sometimes, because I can't move as swift as I used to, with this left side and just using one hand. But I hang up my clothes, button them up with one hand on the hanger, shirts and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I do the best I can.
Yeah, and I never seen you miss a beat, honey, because every time I see you, you're looking good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you always looking good. So, what is it that we can look forward to with your foundation that's coming?
I have it. I just don't have it.
You ain't got it together just yet. Okay,
It's
in process.
It's in process.
Okay, well that's good.
Actually, I just got my
501c3.
I got that 501c3 when they did all that.
Oh, what's the name?
But
of
I just got my website.
Okay, for the website.
So it'll be probably live this week.
Okay, well make sure you share it with us
I
so we
will.
can share
I
it with the people, and we can put it up.
The name of it is Step by Step with Coretta.
Okay.
501c3 nonprofit.
Okay.
Foundation.
Okay, so you're going to show people that stroke is not the end of the world.
Right, absolutely.
And some people feel like that, and some people it can be, but to God be the glory, it wasn't for you, because I know a lot of people as far as the nerves, the brain,
Right.
and the ideal that you went through a stroke and you never ever lost your voice.
Never,
That's powerful.
Never ever, never stuttered, nothing. Everything been clear.
Yeah, because a lot of people can't understand what people are saying when they after stroke. So is it a particular type of stroke they're saying you had?
I had an ischemic acute stroke. It's called like a blood vessel stroke. Ischemic, that's what they call it.
Okay. Well, Coretta, I'm proud of you. I mean, watching you from afar, I see you keep going. I don't see you missing a beat. I see how you be talking about exercising, and I just think that is hope. That people need to know that it's not too late to take care of your body, and in the midst of it not being too late to take care of your body, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor, because you don't want to be in this position. You don't want stroke to overtake you. You don't want heart attack to overtake you. You don't want to let high blood pressure and diabetes overtake you. And all those things can be helped. I'm not saying stop, but help with moving, walking, getting 10,000 steps, doing 3 miles, doing 30 minutes a day. It's not too much to do 30 minutes a day to save your life.
Amen.
It's not. So what would you like to say to the people?
Any survivors that's left with any side of deficit, don't let that discourage you. I'm not ashamed of how I look or how I walk. I'm going to keep doing it till God manifests everything back to me. And it's going to happen, because I have the faith. I walk by faith and not by sight. And I know He's going to do it. So just keep hope alive, because it can happen for you too.
I love that. So, Coretta, with those people that wants to follow you on your journey, your exercise journey, just your journey, and your book to come, right?
Yes, it's coming. Because I've had so many people ask me, it's coming. I just got to book it down and do it.
Okay, so how will they follow you through social media?
On Facebook, I'm Coretta Smith Morgan, and Instagram is Coretta S. Morgan. You can find me there.
Okay, y'all.
I post my journey every day. You will see my exercise journey. And I get a lot of people to inbox me and be like, how you do this and how you do that. That's why I do what I do. Some people probably be like, why is she posting this every day? Nobody want to look at her every day. But it's a purpose behind it. But
That's
trust me, people do reach out to me asking questions of how I do it and what advice I can give them to keep pushing and going forward. That's dealing with the same thing I am.
I do that too. I post my daily workout. I haven't worked out in a week because I've been sick. But I posted to let people know, hey, it's not too late to get up.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're in your 50s. You can take charge. You can take control of your life. All you have to do is make the decision. And sometimes people feel like it's just too much. So I do things to let you know it's not too much. And the idea that I see you walking, you don't walk with a stick or anything. You just, so.
I'm running, y'all. I'm walking through the sand. I run, too. You ain't see that, girl?
No, I ain't see that.
I run out. Now they got me. This is like a sand pit there for the volleyball.
Okay.
Out there at the park where I go.
What park you go to?
West Wind Park over there in Lauderhill off of 44th Street. at 82nd Avenue, down the street from Piper High School.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I walk in that sand every day, and you know it's like beach sand.
I
so-
know if you walking in, you running, honey,
Yes.
you doing something I'm not doing. I mean, I run, but not. I walk at the beach, but not in the sand because it takes a lot.
Yeah.
But just start somewhere. Every
Yeah.
little bit makes a difference.
That's
so
right.
start.
If you start with
anywhere.
15 minutes and then 20 minutes, and then say push your day up to 30 minutes. Then before you know, you be like, oh, I like this. Then before you be, I'm at the park. It take me 2 hours to get my 10,000 steps in, and all my other exercise, my running, my squats, and other little machines I do. If you follow me, you'll see my daily journey.
I missed some stuff, but I won't be missing it anymore, y'all.
Yeah.
And so, thank you again for sharing your story on your platform. I hope it helps someone to let you know that, I don't care what you go through. If you trust in God, it is not the end. As long as you're above the ground and not beneath the ground, you got a chance to make a shift. You got a chance to get it right. You got a chance to use your story to inspire someone else to not to give up. And so I hope that her story gave you hope, that you know that you can be victorious in spite of. Yeah, you may lose some things. Yes, things change. Yes, you may lose your freedom in a point, but you can fight for as much freedom as possible. And Coretta is a prime example that you don't give up. Although the enemy tried to come at her, God did not let her be destroyed. And before you guys, you don't know that she said this to me before, that only reason why she know that she had a stroke, she said God allowed it. God allowed it. God saw that she was going to be equipped to carry it. God felt that he can trust her to not only show you guys her story, but also keep having faith in him. And so whatever you're going through, use it for God's glory. Whatever the enemy has tried to use against you, use it for God's glory. This is your girl, Angela, the Be True to Talk Show, and everything you do, always be true to you. I love you and I mean it.